While it certainly hasn't been feeling like fall to close out the month of September, it's starting to look more like fall. And with our latest update to the fall foliage and the colors across the state, most areas in Nebraska are now showing up with patchy areas of color, other than maybe a county or two here down in south central Nebraska and Harlan and Franklin counties. But really, most of us are seeing patchy areas of color, and this update coming as of yesterday. I will show you a week from now. We are expected to remain much the same here in eastern and central Nebraska, with portions of western Nebraska, namely the Panhandle, showing up with some more color, kind of the next step before we see peak colors show up in western Nebraska by the middle of the month, and then for the rest of us in much of central and eastern Nebraska by late October. So even the warm temperatures, even despite that, we're still losing sunlight, which contributes to less and less chlorophyll, and a good portion of the reason why some of those trees will change color. Here so far this morning, quiet and pretty mild conditions to start out this last day of September. Our ABC Seamless camera looking a little busy on the north side of town, with temperatures right at 60 degrees in Lincoln. Beatrice, Nebraska City, just a little bit cooler, but 63 in Omaha, 66 degrees in Columbus. These 60s in northeast Nebraska are running about 10, almost 15 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, with some 60s in central Nebraska, and then a little bit cooler where skies have been mostly clear, if not partly cloudy, out in western Nebraska and the Panhandle, as you see temperatures down to 51 out in Scotts Bluff, with the dew point in the 50s and upper 50s at that, middle 50s here in Lincoln, making for comfortable conditions, and winds out of the south anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. A little bit more of a breeze up in Valentine to wake up to this morning, but cloud cover is blanketing the eastern half of the state here this morning, building in overnight. Radar trying to show maybe a little bit of moisture in this cloud cover, but there is a dry layer underneath a lot of these clouds that would mean for some evaporation before much of this will make it to the ground. So we are expecting to stay dry today, even though you'll see Stormcast trying to show a sprinkler or two. Even into this afternoon, clouds blanket. A lot of us in eastern Nebraska will be the last to see these clouds diminish late tonight before we'll be mostly sunny for Wednesday, even though clouds are going to try to build back in. And I think maybe a sprinkler or two still tries to show up. Will be mostly cloudy and a little warmer heading into the middle and end of this week. But today, just slightly cooler, a touch cooler, lower 80s. Still warm though for this time of the year, when average temperatures are in the middle 70s. We'll be in the middle 80s to start October and then build toward 90. Not done with the 90s just yet. Friday will likely be the peak of this heat. And then Saturday still looks warm for that Michigan State game before rain chances and more fall weather will show up by next week.